Good morning, students. Welcome to the course on Network Theory. I am Shivanand Kulkarni. In the last class, in the first class, we have discussed about the course overview, what and all you are going to learn in a network theory course. Okay. Today, we will begin with the module 1 concepts. So in module 1, you will be going to see in the very beginning, just we will see a revision of what you have learned in basic electrical engineering course. Okay, because these are essential to understand the remaining topics what we are going to discuss here. Okay, so that's why the very first few sessions will be based on basic concepts. Okay, and then we'll see practical sources. Okay, and then basically four topics we are going to learn. Okay, that is the actual syllabus in module 1. Okay, source transformations, then star delta transformation. Using that we'll do the reduction of network, then we'll do loop analysis. Okay, and then node analysis. Okay, these are the four topics majorly we are going to discuss in module 1. Okay, so today just we'll see with the basic concepts. Okay, so the basic concepts will be divided into two parts. In the first part we'll be just defining. Okay, oh, it is I already mentioned, it is an revision. Okay, what is meant by electric circuit or network, how you define an atom. Okay, so what is the concept of charge, current and voltage. Okay, and then we'll introduce the first set of electric circuit elements. They are called as passive elements. Okay, resistor, inductor and capacitor. We'll see its VI characteristics. Then we'll introduce the basic laws which are essential for electrical technology: Ohm's law and Kirchhoff's laws. Okay, Kirchhoff's law, again you have Kirchhoff's voltage law and current law. So both we are going to just revise here. And then we'll discuss the second set of electric circuit elements called as active elements, nothing but the energy sources. Okay, voltage sources or current sources. Okay, and in the second part we will see some elementary operations on these elements. Okay, so voltage source, current source, resistor, inductor, capacitor. So keeping these five elements into mind, we'll do these operations. Linearity of elements, which are the elements shows linearity and non-linearity. Then elements connected in series, how they will give the output. Elements in parallel, what is the output. Then series parallel combination of dissimilar elements, not the same resistor we will not see, some combination we will see, some interesting features. And then some of the remaining topics we will discuss, like open and short circuits, some of the principles discussed. Okay, like voltage division, current division and duality principle we will discuss. Some circuit terminologies which we are mentioning in coming topics. And then we'll just introduce what are the types of electric circuit. Okay, so in this two part we are going to cover up or do the revision of your basic electrical engineering. That is the basic concepts required in this module. Okay, today just we'll begin with some, in the first part some few topics we'll take up and we'll introduce to you. Okay, it is a revision, I told you. Okay, so already you have gone through, so just be in touch. Okay, so today we live in a predominantly electrical world, right? So this you will agree, right? Electrical circuits are everywhere, from tiny ones in integrated circuits in mobile phones and music players to giant ones, big ones that carry power to our homes. Okay, like power stations, right? So electrical technology is a driving force in the changes that are occurring in every engineering discipline, right? So for example, so civil engineering, they used to do surveying, right? So that will be done using nowadays lasers and electronic range finders, right? So there is a circuit involved there. Rail engines, right? Earlier charcoal was used, okay, as a fuel, then diesel. Okay, presently diesel is running on. Okay, and it is slowly converting into electrical now. So electrical, it is the beginning step. Okay, even if you go through Konkan railway, okay, near Bhatkal station, you will see that electrical poles are put over, right? So in another 1 year, so it is going to begin with electrical rail engines. Okay, and another 5 to 10 years the complete India. Okay, so it is becoming electric. So see the potential of electrical here. Similarly in mechanical field, vehicles, right? So they were mechanical earlier, and now diesel and petrol engines, now they are changing into electrical vehicles, right? So some of the vehicles you are already seeing in markets, and also electric bikes, electric cars and all coming slowly. Electric buses will come. Okay, so another 5 to 10 to 20 years, so it will completely make of electrical. So that is the beginning step. Similarly, communication, earlier we used to do only telephonic calls, right? So nowadays it is converted into smartphones now, right? You can do calls, SMS, okay, WhatsApp, right? You can do social networking, right? Facebook, Instagram, okay, Twitter, all these things. Okay, so that is how the driving. So whatever gadgets you are using, whatever vehicles you are using, okay, whatever transportation facility you are using, okay, whatever devices you are using in your home, everything it is converting into now electrical. Okay, so in your home you have the grinder, okay, mixer, okay, and washing machine. Okay, these are very useful devices. They are using electricity now. Okay, inside that there is somewhere electrical circuits are there. Okay, so this course network theory, or also called as circuit analysis, deals with analysis techniques that can be applied to all such circuits. Okay, so this is just an introduction to electric circuits. Okay, so now if we define this electric circuit, an electric circuit or an electric network is an interconnection of electrical elements linked together in a closed path so that an electric current may continuously flow, right? So there is a closed path. So to give an analogy, so you have to put a water to your garden, right? So there is a pipe you will be connecting to the position where the water is available, and it should be poured to the all the plants, right? In case in between there is a path break, right? So you will not get the water to the destination. So same way, an electric circuit is a closed path, and it will have elements. As I already mentioned, there is a passive elements and active elements. We are going to discuss in coming sessions what is this elements about. Okay, so these elements are connected in some topology, okay, to make some output. Okay, so some configuration, some device, right? So in a closed path, so that electric current is the parameter here, it will continuously flow. Okay, so you are able to get the current in your house because from the power station to your house there is no breakage. It is a closed path, current is continuously flowing, so that you are watching TV, so grinder is on, okay, or washing machine is on, like that. Okay, so this is called as an electric circuit. So electric circuit is essentially a pipeline that facilitates the transfer of charge from one point to another. So here current is nothing but rate of flow of charge, right? So that's why, so charge transferring from one point to another. Okay, so this is about the definition of electric circuit. So in some literatures, so they will use the notation like circuit and network in different manner. So actually we will be treating it as same here. Okay, so just to give you an idea, so how they are differentiating, the interconnection of two or more simple circuit elements is called an electrical network. So you have connected a resistor, okay, inductor, capacitor, okay, and there is no closed path, right? So that we call it as simply network. But if that same network contains at least one closed path, then we call it as a circuit. Okay, so based on this literature, okay, so we say every circuit is a network, but all networks are not circuits. Okay, so this is somewhere you may read it, so you may felt confused, so that's why I have introduced it. But we will see here as a network, okay, or a electric circuit only. Okay, so there is no difference much. So in the definition of electric circuit, we mentioned elements. So what is this element definition? So all materials are made up of one or more elements. So whatever it is available in the earth now, so all materials are made up of one or more elements, and that element is a substance composed entirely of atoms of the same kind. So here chemistry come into picture, right? So it is the atoms of the same kind. Okay, so if you have a copper, so all the atoms of the copper. Okay, so like that, so that is called as element. Okay, so what is now atom? So in the definition of element we mentioned about atom. So atom, so it will be defined in your Bohr's model, right? So will be studied in second PU or first PU chemistry or physics, right? So an atom consists of a massive core. Okay, so it is a very massive. Okay, that means it is having a mass of 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg, right? Sorry, some it is there nucleus. It is having protons and neutrons. Okay, and the electrons will be move around in nucleus in orbits at a distances that are large as compared to the size of the nucleus. Okay, and also you know how many electrons are there, atomic numbers, how you will find. So these are there, but I'm not going in that much deep. Okay, so just you can go through the previous books and you can study about if you are interested. Okay, so just I am trying to define atom. So atom means it is having a nuclei of protons and neutrons, and electrons will be moving around in a certain orbit. Okay, and these electrons, protons and neutrons have their own uh, characteristics, right? Electron has a mass of 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. That means it is a very light, right? And a negative charge, it is having a negative charge, and its value is minus 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, right? So charge is that much. And similarly, proton, which carries a positive charge compared to electron, but same magnitude. Okay, so 1.602 into 10 to the minus 19 coulomb. Okay, and neutron is a neutral one. It is carries no charge, and its mass is almost same as that of a proton. Okay, so this is something about atom. Okay, so now in this atom we have mentioned about charge. So now came the concept of charge. So that is I'm trying to discuss next. So charge. So under normal conditions, an atom is supposed to be electrically neutral, right? So under normal conditions, there is no positive or negative. It is a neutral one. So the total positive charge on protons is equal to the total negative charge on the electrons. Okay, so there is a balance. In case if an atom loses an electron, what will happen? Electron is a negatively charged one. If it loses that electron, that means what? So the balance becomes positive side. So it becomes positively charged now. Okay. On the other hand, if an atom acquires excess electrons, so it requires more electrons means what? So one negativity more. So that becomes negatively charged. So this is the concept of charge. Okay, positive charge and negative charge we are using. So this charge is considered as the quantity of electricity. Okay, and that unit is coulomb, right? So that is we are mentioning capital C we are writing. So and it can be described in different descriptions, right? Nano coulomb, micro coulomb, okay, like that. So the most elementary quantity in the analysis of electric circuits is the electric charge. So this is the very basic elementary quantity. Okay. Our interest in electric charge is centered around its motion that results in an energy transfer. So in the very first electric circuit only we told it is a pipeline transferring of charge from one point to another. That means there is a energy transfer is happening. Okay. So that is about the concept of charge. Okay. So go through if you want more explanation. Okay. So Google it. Okay. Or you can go through the basic electrical engineering course book you have, just you can revise it. Okay. So next I will introduce you electric current. Okay. So this is the parameter in the electric circuit. So current is nothing but the rate of flow of charge. Okay. So if a certain amount of charge, okay, Q did flow through a cross section of a conductor in a time t, so then current is called as Q by T. So if you take a copper wire, right? So copper wire, if you pass a charge, right? So charge will be flowing and there is a time involved, right? So that ratio we call it as the current. Okay. And that current unit is ampere. Okay. So how you define 1 ampere current? So when 1 coulomb of charge flows through a conductor, okay, any conductor, okay. So the materials are classified into three types, okay, conductor, insulator, and semiconductors, right? So conductor means which will allow the flow of current. Insulators like your wood, okay, and then plastic, okay. So fiber, all these things, they does not. If you give the current connection, so you will not get any shock, right? So you will not get any flow of current. So they are called as insulators. And there is an intermediate class that is called as semiconductors, and that you have studied in basic electronics, right? So what is semiconductor, p-type, n-type, okay, that is another field. I'm not going to discuss about that. Okay, so now about 1 amp current means 1 coulomb of charge flows through a conductor in 1 second time. Okay, that 1 unit of current results called as 1 ampere or 1 amp, which is equal to 1 coulomb per second. Okay, so based on the I equal to Q by T, it is derived. So in some cases, it may not be single, right? So electric current, if the charge flowing in the conductor is not constant, but varies with the time, then current is defined as the derivative of charge with respect to time. Okay, so dq by dt equal also we will be writing. Okay, I of t is equal to differentiation of charge with respect to time. Okay, so that is why derivative of charge with respect to time is also measured current. Okay, so this is about the current. So next, there are types of currents are there, right? So as I mentioned earlier, DC and AC. Okay, so this is also I told you battery, and another is directly plugged to a terminal. When the magnitude and direction of current flowing in an element does not change with respect to time, the current is called direct current. So this is the definition of a direct current. So it is shown in the first figure here. So when the direction, when the magnitude, so magnitude is same, I naught something it is mentioned, it is constant, and direction also same. Okay, in an element does not change with respect to time. So time is changed here. See here 0.1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at any time. Okay, so it is not going to change, so the waveform will be same. Okay, so magnitude and direction of current flowing in an element does not change with respect to time, so that current we call it as direct current. Okay, so similarly you have alternating current here. So if the current in an element has a continuously varying magnitude with time and changes in its direction of flow. First of all, so initially it was Im, right? Slowly it is amplitude is decreased. Okay, so when amplitude is decreased, so there is a direction also changed. So it is downward direction now. Okay, so then it comes to neutral, then negatively charged, and it peak gone to peak. So now direction again changed to upward direction, right? So it is changing both the magnitude as well as direction as the time is progressing. Okay, so the same time it is progressing here. Sorry, so that is shown here. So this is called as alternating current or AC current. Okay, so hope it is clear. So we have seen charge, current, types of current. So now we will see voltage. So another quantity we will be using in electric circuit. The voltage, it is also called as potential energy difference. Okay, so between 2 points in an electric circuit is the amount of work done to move a unit charge. Okay, so you have some device, so you have to push it, right, from one point to another, right? So same way in electric circuit you have to uh, you have some done some amount of work done to move a unit charge. So charge is moved, right? So in the current we will told it is a transfer of charge from one point to another. So to do the transfer of charge, it has done some work there. Okay, so when you apply some voltage, so current will result here, right? So that is the thing here. Voltage or potential energy difference between 2 points in an electric circuit is the amount of work done to move a unit charge. Okay, so if the energy required to move a charge q coulombs from point A to point B is W joules, the voltage V between A and B is given as, so this is the definition and the mathematical expression for voltage. W by Q, W is the work done and Q is the charge. Okay, so you have a circuit. In the circuit current is flowing, that means what? Transfer of charge. To make the transfer of charge there is some amount of work done, and that amount of work done per charge is called as voltage. Okay, and the unit of voltage is volt. Okay, so written in small letters and abbreviation capital V. Okay, this is about voltage. So just to define what is 1 volt. So when the work done to transfer 1 coulomb of charge between 2 points is 1 joules. Okay, the voltage between the 2 points is 1 volt. Okay, so 1 volt is equal to 1 joules by 1 coulomb. Okay, so this is about voltage. Finally, we'll define power. Okay, so normally when we say power is gone, right? So no power, right? So what is that power? So power is nothing but the rate of doing work. Okay, so what is the work here in the electric circuit? Transferring of charge from one point to another. So how much amount of work done per charge is called as voltage. Now that rate of doing work, okay, so how fast or how slow, that is defined by now power. Hope it is clear to you, these concepts: charge, current, voltage, and now power. So that's why power is called as W per T. Okay, amount of rate of doing work. Okay, current is rate of flow of charge, Q by T. Power is W by T, and its unit is watt. Okay, so written as W. So there are different expressions are there, you can derive it. So P is normally given as W by T. So just if you take Q in the numerator and denominator, so W by Q into q by t. So q cancel out, but we have taken here q both multiplied and denominated. So now w by q is nothing but voltage and q by t is nothing but I. From that we got power equal to v into I. Still using Ohm's law, you can still derive the power equation. So I is equal to V by R, so V square by R, or V is equal to I by R, I square by R. Okay, like that we'll continue the power equations, but the basic equation is, it is the rate of doing work, W by T. From that only the remaining expressions are derived. So now to define 1 watt, when 1 joule of energy is spent in 1 second, a unit of power results. Okay, so this is what about I'm going to tell in this video. So we started off with electric circuit definition. Okay, and then what is element. Okay, then we have told about atom, protons, neutrons and electrons. So there comes the picture of charge. So what is charge, and then current, then types of current, voltage and then power. Okay, so it is enough for today. So in the next video we are going to continue. So we are going to introduce the passive circuit elements. Okay, resistor, inductor and capacitor, and its VI characteristics we are going to see. Okay, so thank you. If you like the video, kindly click the like button. Okay.